Using a database isn't fun. But this is what I've learned as an agent and as someone that's been reasonably successful in this industry. The things that make you unhappy in the short term make you happy in the long term. And the things that make you happy in the short term make you unhappy in the long term. What do I mean by that? Putting contacts, tagging people in the database sucks. In the short term, that makes me unhappy. But in the long term now, when I can effortlessly communicate with you, when I can stay in touch with you, that makes me very happy. It's the same thing. What makes me happy is watching movies, playing video games and eating chocolate. So in the short term, that makes me very happy. But if I did that for a consistent period of time, that's going to make me unhappy. Databasing should make you unhappy in the short term, but make you very happy in the long term. That's just how it works. Just like eating right. Eating clean might make you unhappy in the short term, but it makes you happy in the long term because you've got better health, better energy. It's the same thing. With database, guys, you are going to pay now or you're going to pay later. But you are going to pay at some point. At some point, using a database, you are going to either pay now using it, or if you're not using a database, you're going to continually pay later. The best mindset I can have about database is the pipeline versus the buckets of water. I don't know if you've heard this analogy, but let me share it with you. There's a little village, there's no water. The village elders put out a contract and say, we need water to the village and we're going to employ some people to bring it here. They get 2 tenders. Both tenders were very good. They said, instead of giving it to one company, we're going to give it to 2. They appoint 2 companies. The first company, first guy, feverishly gets to work, goes and grabs a bucket, starts making the trek, starts bringing back water. Bucket by bucket bringing water, and he gets a couple of cents a bucket, a couple of bucks a bucket, he's making money. He's like, I've got to optimize this business. So he figures out, if I get 2 buckets of water, I can get twice as much money and I can travel I can carry twice as much. So 2 buckets of water. Then he puts a stick across his back. Now it's 4 buckets of water. Over the years, his sons grow up, they join the business. Now they're all carrying buckets of water. Meanwhile, the other guy still has not delivered. 1 bucket, has not been paid 1 cent. He's been, for the years, been building a pipeline. Building this pipeline, building this pipeline. And eventually, he turns on the pipeline, puts the other guy out of business, because now the town has flowing water. Here's my point, guys. Some of you right now are carrying buckets, but some of you aren't building the pipeline. In real estate, I don't think it's one or the other. I think it's actually both. I think there's parts of the day and the week where we have to carry buckets. But I also think there's parts in our week and our month where we have to be building our pipeline. And database is that pipeline. Every good real estate agent has the ability to do 2 things. It's not an either-or business anymore, it's an and business. I really want you to get this and I want you to remember this. Really good agents are really good hunters. They've got a key gene in them that hunt. Now, I know you've all got suits on today. That's not lost on me. The ladies are looking glamorous. You've got makeup. You've done your hair. But let me say this to everybody. This is about as close to being cavemen and women as possible. Because if you don't go out, hunt, catch and kill, you starve. Not metaphorically, literally. Hands up if you're comm only. Commission only agent. Should be a Mexican wave, right? You're commission only, you need to be a great hunter. But then there's the second skill set in this business, and this is the bonus stuff. Farmer. You still have to have the ability to farm even when you're a great hunter. And farming, so hunting is finding those now opportunities, those short range opportunities. But farming is what's going to help you find those long range opportunities.